Hi everyone, I'm Brian Sebastian, host of Movie Reviews and More on the Women's Broadcast TV Network, and we got a great show today, but first of all, I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. Terri?
Hi guys, it's Terri Marie here, co-host of Movies Review and More with Brian Sebastian.
Hi everyone, my name is Alexa Varano. I just flew in from Denver, Colorado this morning, here to represent my brand, Third Wolf Designs. Everyone's wearing something from my company.
Got these beautiful shirts on.
Hallo, ich bin Gwen Wunderlich. Ich komme eigentlich aus Deutschland und lebe jetzt in Los Angeles. My name is Gwen Wunderlich. I'm originally from Germany and I'm now also a co-host on Movie Reviews and More.
See, I just love how she says that. It's very sexy. All right, this is always about women, obviously. So let's just talk about these designs. I'm actually wearing a woman's shirt, but I like it because I just love the design.
It looks awesome.
I don't care if it's a woman or not because it's about supporting gender empowerment, right?
Absolutely.
You created this. How did it start?
I did, thank you. So, I mean, right off the bat, women empowerment is kind of cool. There's this wave right now of women entrepreneurs coming out there, and I know we're all supporting each other, so it's really, really a cool movement. As for the company, the number one thing that people just need to know about this brand is that everything is hand-painted individually. So I use no screens, nothing is mass-produced ever. The designs are hand-drawn, and then I hand-cut a stencil for each one, and then with paint and a brush, so each one's going to be a little different. What that does is it allows for that original feel, unique, one-of-a-kind every time. Yeah, that's kind of the premise, and they're all sustainable as well. Well,
they're really comfortable. We met at Celebrity Connected at the gifting suite. I absolutely love your shirts. You gave me one, I wear it all the time. But this one I really like because it's got a hoodie. I mean, for you people that are active, that go to the gym, you know, we all like our hoodies. But this is, I mean, this is so cute because you can wear it with gym clothes, you can wear it with jeans and heels as I'm doing today, but it's pretty versatile. So your designs are they're gorgeous, they're fun. I got the guitar on here. He's got
yours
the tree.
Is really good. I like, and I like that you have the hood on yours too.
Yep, I kind of modeled the hood. Yep, so I can like hide from people at the gym.
This is pretty cool.
No, it's really cool. And this is kind of good too for if you're skiing. I'm a big skier, so this is great to wear under my ski gear. Pull this up, keep my little ears warm. So yeah, I love this design.
See, Gwen, I love that one too. I mean, it's not one that you haven't made that I don't like. They're all very creative. Why do you have that one on, Gwen? Because that looks good on it.
Well, I got this actually also at the gifting suite that we met at first, and I picked this one because I really like owls. It spoke to me. It's really cute, and I've been wearing it a lot since. I love the material. And I read about, like, on your Facebook page, there's something special about the materials too, right?
The material is actually bamboo, primarily, for all the stuff. Most of it is. The one that she's wearing is a recycled polyester organic cotton blend, but everything's sustainable, so that's key, keeping it good for the environment. The bamboo is special. You have to feel it to believe it. It's like silky, soft. It's really an incredible fabric. It doesn't shrink. It's breathable. It's good for the gym.
Do you use other fabrics besides the bamboo, or is it just bamboo?
Mainly bamboo. That adds the most, just because it just really is amazing and people really love it. The other fabrics I use are recycled polyester, which is, they actually take plastic bottles and somehow turn it into thread. That's not my area of expertise, but they thread it, and then, yeah, so everything's recycled, and then organic cotton instead of the conventional cotton.
Well, that's great. I mean, I like the plastic thing because we have such an issue in the environment with plastic. Because people are throwing plastic bottles all over the place, and I mean, it just, I'm really kind of big in like trying to recycle my bottles. So if you can take that and make it into something beautiful, I mean, that just makes it even more exciting, you know?
Absolutely. It's just repurposing it.
Yeah, which everything is, because everything, you know, can be made and remade, and I mean, I love that aspect about the product.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
So can people, another question that I was thinking of, can people order like different designs if they request something from you, or?
Yeah, totally. So customs, I mean, that's the fun part. So I do a lot of events, a lot of pop-up shops and that sort of thing, and say that you love that design, but you want it on that shirt in a paint color that you want. We could do that. So you can make your shirt unique to you. I also have a lot of people who will come up to me and, you know, someone would, I want a fox. Do you have a fox? No, I don't have a fox. And then I'll make them a fox because I can. So you can really use me in your favor that way in terms of the designs. I like the art process.
You know, one of the things I liked about your creation of things was your booth setup is set up correctly too. You have it set up on not necessarily a horseshoe or anything like that, but it's set up where it's inviting to the eyes. Was that done on purpose?
Absolutely. So the setup of your store, the way I see it is that's, I mean, at a minimum it's 60%, because it's really an art project in itself, and you're setting up your display, you're bringing people into your world. So like, what is this brand? And you want, I mean, you guys could probably all speak to it, that my intention at Celebrity Connected was to really grab you. It was to pull you in. And so once you're in my booth and you're in Third Wolf world, you're no longer in Celebrity Connected world necessarily. You're kind of entranced by what's happening in this brand. And that is very intentional, absolutely. A lot of time.
And I think she did a good job doing that. We were intrigued by the booth. We wanted to see your stuff. So you did.
There was also a lot of the celebrities who stopped by. It was almost like they went into a trap. Totally. Because you had them go in like this and they were trapped. And then they were like, well, I can get out of here, but wow, this looks good and this looks good, and they were there and I watched that.
Right, the art, the symbol. I'm very interested in symbology, and it's very spiritual, very divine in a sense, in the undertones of the art. And so I think a lot of times what happens is people, I mean, I say it all the time that I when it comes to the process of the art, I get out of the way. I let whatever it is move through me. That's kind of my goal, is to, it's bigger than me, I know that. And I think people feel that is the truth. That's why you're getting trapped, because it's all of a sudden you're looking at that tree, and you're really looking at that tree. More so than just like,
well,
oh, that's a
looking
cool
at the
t-shirt.
I like the tree. That's why I'm wearing it.
Exactly.
And again, like I said, I don't care if I like something. I like it. I like it because it's just cool. I think it's hip and it feels good too. I like it. My other one they gave me, I sleep in it. Yes, I have another one that's green. I love green. It's made for a woman, but I sleep in it. But I like it. It's
what was the design on that one?
It was no one had it. And I think that's why I grabbed it.
Yeah.
And it had a white thing that went in the back. I'm like, this is cool. I don't know what it's like. You just hanging on it, I guess. I liked it.
Yeah, totally. No, that's awesome.
Have you always been into art? Is it something you've been doing as a child, or is it something that came later on?
Yeah, it's interesting. I did a lot of travel when I was younger, extensively, just to a lot of foreign countries, third world countries, saw a lot of the world and just really opened my mind. So for a long time I was planning on international development, which is interesting because then I took this huge turn. And as for art, it was something I dabbled in, but I never was an artist necessarily. And then one day, I think I was 21 years old, I just started painting, and it became this like manic habit. It was a way of really expressing myself and kind of taking all the lessons I learned from travel and it's like essentially what binds humanity. That's a big statement, but it's like that way of saying like how we all feel and process as human beings. Like that's what I captured in art. And then eventually it became about getting a message out there, and then it turned into like, well, how can I reach more people faster? Paint on shirts. Yeah, it's like, there you go.
Talk about how big online revenue is for you. I mean, that's a big thing. And give you a website.
My website is www.thirdwolfdesigns.com. You could get on there right now and we'll pull up the site for you. There's an active shop, some information, background. Yeah, online, it's a whole world out there. That's the target.
Well, a lot of people are growing their business online right now. I mean, that's the way to do it. You can reach more people. I mean, you got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got Instagram, and you know, I mean, I'm definitely gonna tell all my friends about you because I love your stuff.
And I have been telling them about it because it is really, really good. And again, that's one of the good things about Celebrity Connect, because you find a lot of good products there. And I call them, most of them are mom and pop businesses that just need to have the word spread. And your dad is a champion about that. Talk about your dad. And then after that, Gwen, you were going to ask something later.
My father came with me to the Celebrity Connected event.
And he had a good time.
He did. I had him working in the corner. He was packing little bags for everyone the whole time. Yeah, it's good. It's good to have the support, really, in that familial bond. I know Brian and I talked about that just it's amazing to have someone there who's really kind of cheering you on. And I tell the story, it's written somewhere in some article with Third Wolf. I was going to go to law school at one point, and that was the trajectory, and then I was losing sleep over it. It was just not, I'm an artist, but I want to go to law school. And so I called him one day and I was like, I don't want to do it. And I pulled out of everything, and he was like, what do you want to do? I just want to paint. And he was like, okay, you do that. And you know, it was like having the faith and the belief and I guess the capability of turning whatever it is that you love into something worthwhile.
Well, you got the support too, which is important. Your family supports your dreams and your passions, and I think it's that your dad that's a good way to raise the daughter. I think
totally, and women empowerment, taking it back,
Gwen?
That's wonderful. Well, one of my main questions was like, what really inspires the like art you put on your clothing and everything, but you kind of already spoke.
Yeah, that question can be answered from so many different angles, truly. It's like I was saying, the spiritual component to it, and really, adding to what I was saying with my travels too, it's like a very cultural, broad range of, you'll see some designs are from like Africa influence, and some are Egyptian a little bit more, and then some are, from European, and a lot of them are Americanized, so Native American. It depends, but it touches in and brings that idea of peace through understanding. We all hold that same anchored message. And
that's wonderful. And like, ideally, where, like, if you could like dream up where this is gonna go, like, what is your ideal? Like, where do you want this to end up if you could like just put it there right now?
I love that question, and I love answering it because I don't have limits in my mind, and I think that's important. When you have a goal and you're striving for it, and if you love what you do, like, why set a bar? I want this to go. Like, I want all of you to know about it. On my right now in terms of like milestones, like I want to kind of put myself up there and work with companies like Anthropology, Urban Outfitters, Free People, kind of drop in there maybe.
I think it's going to happen for you.
Thank you.
I definitely do, because these are beautiful. They're made well. You've got great designs. They're comfortable. I love the comfort of them. And they do breathe really well. With the fabric. It's a little bit different than wearing like normal cotton, because sometimes cotton's kind of hot.
Yeah.
And this like seems to breathe a little bit more.
Yep.
This may be a dumb question. I'm coming from the man's point of view. Talk about what's the proper way to wash this?
That's a great question.
All right.
I get asked that question all the
time.
time. Machine wash, cold water. So that's, a lot of people think hand painted, it's extra steps. And I know I'm not gonna hand wash all my clothes. Like, I'll put that right out there. So I knew that, like, in order to really get people to buy this, you gotta do it right. And so ultimately, when the paint dries, I heat set it into the fabric with a heat press. So the paint is actually bound to the material. So you can wash it cold water, and then it's always better to hang dry, but that's for the material's sake, not for the paint. Bamboo.
Overseas sales. How tough is it to get people online to go on to buy from overseas? Are they really aware of it? They're just kind of finding out about it now, would you say?
It's, I've had some international sales, Canada mainly, but then some European ones, and it's interesting because they seem to find, just like anyone else would, it's just like trickle through the internet. There was a web kind of shop that I was a part of called Elephant Journal for a little while. They actually ended up shutting down, but I got a lot of international traffic from them, so I think it really depends on who's targeting who where, and that's where you get the kind of traction. But it's doable for sure.
Gwen, off the topic, you just got back from India. What was going on?
In India?
Yeah.
Oh my God, so much. It was absolutely incredible. It's a place where
Did you take your shirt to India too?
Yes, I
It's a good shirt for everybody.
Yeah, it was wonderful. My mother is an energy healer, and she organized this energy healing camp in India, Pondicherry, where she offered free healing to everyone who needs it, and she and 30 of her students went there to volunteer, and they ran in the doors. It was absolutely incredible. Within 4 hours, all days of healing were completely booked, and we had to send people away, which was probably the hardest thing we ever. And just meeting the gratitude and the love over there, and the people. It's absolutely. I am so mind blown. I'm going back.
When are you going back?
I don't know, but I will. I will. We're already thinking of how we might be able to do this all again, and it was a life-changing experience for everyone involved. Yeah.
Well, you were missing. I knew you were busy, so welcome back. Because I haven't seen you since December, so. And Terri, what's been happening with you?
Oh, geez, it's a new year, so I don't know. I've just been busy. Looking forward to doing more events. I know we've got a lot of events coming up. We've got a lot of gifting suites coming up this year. I'm going to go back into competing this year. I know I took like some time off, but I'm excited to get back on the stage. It's just, you know, that peacock in me. I got to get back out there. But yeah, just, you know, that's about it. Just looking forward to that.
You got some trips coming up. Talk about that.
I do, yeah. So I was talking about doing a lot of the events that I do for sales. Tomorrow I'm actually going to Sedona for Sedona Yoga Festival, and then 2 weeks from now, I'll be back here in LA for a charity event for Autism Speaks. I'm excited about that. It's another gifting type suite. And then from there, going to Phoenix for McDowell Mountain Music Festival, and then from there, Santa Cruz. That's the lineup so far. So
that's busy.
All over.
That's busy. That's good.
Yeah.
But you like that. You're, you know, that traveler.
I do. I like it.
Well, I think we all are, aren't we?
Yeah, I love traveling. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah. It's just like,
yeah.
just keep
I
going.
think that people that don't travel, they don't get to know enough about the world. Do you know what I mean? You have to go outside your little comfort zone and see how other people live and how other people experience life. And I just, I'm really big on travel.
It's the most mind-opening thing. Yeah.
Best thing about traveling for you was what?
Just that, seeing other people, seeing this other way of living, seeing like a totally different culture. I mean, but what was so incredible to me is like you go to India, like especially now to me, India is the first time that I've experienced something like this, and you like see people living in the streets, and there's like so much like ugliness, but there is such a beauty within that too, and like the people are so, they almost seem like happier than anyone I've ever seen in America, which I was like, wow.
Because it's simple, more of a simple type of life, I'm saying, that they don't like, you know what I mean? Because we get so involved in like our things here and our possessions, where if you go to other places in the world, I would think that maybe that's something you probably noticed there.
Yes, I'm not sure what it is. They all seem just like kind of content in a way, whereas here people seem to always be wanting more and more, and like I need to be better and get better and like achieve more things, whereas they're living. They're like, they know their neighbors, they like meet, like they look at people in the streets, like you walk by and they actually like meet you and like look at you, and then like I notice them like kind of evaluating me, and then I smile and I get a smile back, and I'm like, oh, hey. It's like so rare here actually. Yeah, so that was just a wonderful experience. And also
so you also got a chance to see it from a German point of view and an American point of view, which is interesting.
Yeah, and another thing that I loved is all the colors. Like the colors and the smells. I took so many photos. I opened like my little like Instagram account just for the photos, and I wish I could take a photo of all the smells there. Like that's the one thing that you just can't experience by looking at a picture of India. Is just like all the smells in the air. And it's not only like people often, I guess, imagine that to be negative, but it's its own thing. It's its own wonderful thing that I definitely want to go back to.
How can people find you?
So just by typing in my name, it's Gwen, Gwen, Wunderlich. Okay, Wunderlich, and you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the social medias. And if you want to see my India account, it's Gwenny. So it's Gwenny Griffey.
And I always make her say it in German. Go ahead.
Gwen Wunderlich.
I'll say hi to your mom.
Hi Mama. Ich hoffe, du schaust mir hier zu. Ich habe einen riesen Spaß hier und er wollte, dass ich ein bisschen Deutsch spreche und dann alle anderen, die auch Deutsch sprechen können. Das ist für euch alle da draußen.
It's because I can't speak German except for Guten Morgen. That's it. That's why. All right, Terri, what's been happening? What else?
What you want to know, my social media?
Yep.
Okay, it's Nonstop Terri Marie on Facebook, which is my fitness page and my entertainment page, and then I'm on Instagram as Terri Marie Nonstop, and then my YouTube channel is Terri Marie Nonstop, and I will be starting a new Twitter.
And you've come a long way with doing your interviews now. Now you've got that recognizable factor, which is good. Talk about that.
Yeah, well, after doing a lot of the gifting suites at Celebrity Connected, it's given me more of a platform. Met a lot of really neat people, and again, I'm looking forward to doing more gifting suites and doing more red carpet events. It's my passion. I love doing it.
No, you're very, very good at it. I mean,
Well, thank you, Brian.
Remember how you started? What was your goal when you started?
I told you, I was like, I want to be red carpet host. I need to do this. And you're looking at me like, okay, little fitness girl, okay, you can do this. And you gave me a shot. So here I am.
But here you are now. And you're there, and people recognize you now, that was the whole goal. And I'm really, really happy about that.
Yeah, so thank you for that. Thank you for that opportunity, Brian. I love you.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, you deserved it. You've
Yeah.
come a long way. And then on the movie review and more side, we have so much stuff happening. There's a lot of stuff I can't talk about quite yet, but I can talk about Monster Products. I can talk about that. I can talk about Stair Cosmetics, the stuff that's coming up. I can talk about a Celebrity Connected events coming up. I can talk about Doris Bergman's gifting suite coming up with Holly Davison, who's my publicist. Those things are coming up. We got a lot of stuff coming up with the Collins family. You guys have been in, they've been to your booth. I call them the world's best social media family. That's exciting.
They're great.
Yeah, Nikki Lee, if you remember, Nikki loves your product too. She's in Toronto right now. She's at a fashion show. She's coming out with us. So it's going to be really fun this year with all this stuff. We just have to get through the next couple of weeks, and then it's downhill from there. It's really exciting. And if you want to find out more information on movie reviews and more, go to the YouTube channel, Movie Reviews and More / why did I say that? It's youtube.com/movie reviews and more. And you'll find out everything in the radio section, interviews. You'll see a lot of Terri stuff. You'll see some of Gwen stuff. And you'll see Third Wolf too. And talking about that, how did you come up with the name?
So it's a funny story. The name of my company was Tribe Vibe Apparel for the first year and a half about. And I had applied for a trademark and it was declined because there's a company out there with the reverse. And it was okay though, it was a weird, I trust the path, I trust how things unfold, and it was time to change it, it just felt right. Symbols, so 3 is kind of, again, talking about what I was explaining with my art, like that, the human experience, the human being having a spiritual experience kind of mindset. And then the 3rd is of the 2 comes the 3. So it basically encapsulates the whole spectrum of all that you could be. And then wolf is that mentality of pack. And also sovereignty. So again, it takes relying on others and yet lone wolf and brings it together. So that's what Third Wolf means essentially.
Good.
That's awesome.
Gwen, what have you seen movie-wise lately? Anything?
I've seen The Shape of Water.
Oh, your thoughts?
I liked it. I liked it very much. I loved the dialogue. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, oh, they said that. How incredible. And then there's so many things in that movie. It needs to be seen more than once, for sure, and I liked it.
Do you know what's really I'm addicted to now is Altered Carbon just came out on Netflix, and it's creepy and it's good, and I've gotten to the fourth episode right now, but yeah, I recommend that one. I like creepy stuff. I'm weird.
I like creepy.
No, that stuff is doing well. That's one reason why you watch Netflix or Amazon or anything like that.
Well, Netflix is doing so well. They have so many good shows, and I'm just really kind of bored with regular TV, and I mean HBO's got good stuff, but I mean Netflix is always coming out with amazing shows. That's why they're always getting awards, though. Yeah. You saw the SAG awards that they got this year for. That's my favorite thing now is Netflix.
Good. What do you have time on your travels, and what are you watching? What's a favorite movie of yours? This is Movie Reviews and More.
Yes.
Me? My favorite movie, I would say hands down, Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, yeah.
Great movie.
Good movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Did you guys see I'm sorry.
Good.
I was going to ask you guys if you saw I, Tonya. That was awesome.
Oh,
I haven't
that's
seen
a great
it.
film.
I didn't recognize Margaret. What's her name? Margaret Robbie. I did not recognize her at first. They did such a good job, making her she's still pretty, but dumbing her down. Dumbing her beauty down. I was like, oh my god! And the acting was amazing. So I recommend everybody go see that.
Yeah.
I'll add it to the list.
You haven't seen it yet, have you?
I, Tonya, no.
See it.
Okay.
You'll love it.
Yeah, I haven't either. I'll watch it.
But you got your favorite movie. What do you want to see coming up in the middle of all your travels?
Ooh. I don't know. I don't even know. I haven't even been in that mindset, to be honest with you. It's coming up.
Music-wise, Gwen, what do you like in music these days?
Music. I'm still a very broad music listener, so I don't have the specific thing that I listen to in music. I like listening to the radio. I just have certain stations on Pandora. I like whatever it is that I listen to, and it's not I rarely ever even find out who it's from or what it's called. It's when I like something I like unlike, and I hope they will repeat it again.
Alexa?
Yeah.
Music?
Mhm.
Music's my thing.
Yeah.
Right there,
Uh-huh.
let the music play. I would say, I mean, artist-wise, Dave Matthews takes
Yeah.
cake for me. But yeah, so I just try and, I have a lot of music festivals too, so you hear new music all the time at these events. It's fun.
Well, I'm a 90s rocker, so I mean, like, Foo Fighters is my favorite all-time band, Guns N' Roses. I mean, I listen to Sirius Radio, I listen to Turbo, so I mean, there you go. I'm a rocker, hence the guitar.
I'm Van Halen all the way. Ain't talking about love. You know, it's just my favorite thing. Last go around. Website one more time.
GwenWunderlich.com.
ThirdWolfDesigns.com.
Terri Marie nonstop on YouTube, Terri Marie on nonstop on Instagram and on Facebook.
And I love to stick to YouTube. YouTube.com/movie reviews, the letter N more, movie reviews and more. And that's it for, I want to thank you for coming all the way from Denver. She came in today, which is good, but we had it set up at least 3 months ago, which is good. Thank you so much, and you're coming back.
Absolutely.
And I want to see what happens with
Thank
everything
you
else.
all so much.
Which is really,
Seriously,
really good.
thank you.
And this is Brian Sebastian from Movie Reviews and More, Women's Broadcast TV channel. We will see you next week. And if you see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours. We'll see you later.